These women are ruining your motherfucking life, man. I want to start this off by saying free Tory Lanez. Free every good man, especially black men, who ever had to deal with any unwanted headaches due to dealing with the wrong woman. But these women are ruining your motherfucking life, man. The Tory Lanez situation with Meg and Kelsey is just another situation in a long list of what happens when you yourself as a man choose to deal with the wrong woman. The wrong woman will ruin your life. The wrong woman, if she don't totally destroy everything that you work hard for, she'll at least have you looking crazy. And having you looking crazy when you somebody who you need your public image and you need your brand to look a certain way so you can keep going with your livelihood, dealing with the wrong woman could be detrimental. Very, 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 very detrimental. I'm going to name many different situations in which a bitch ruined somebody's life. And I'm also going to give the top examples of the kind of woman that will ruin a man's life. And these are the type of women that a man, not nigga, not just black men, but men in general should avoid at all costs. Even having sex with these women is too risky now in the day and age that we live in. But before I do all that, I want to welcome y'all. This right here is the Everyone is Toxic podcast on the Everyone is Toxic channel. I go by the name of Nate Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador, aka Bald Men Do It Better, aka the hardest working man on YouTube. If you're watching this and you know me from my first channel, the Nate Almighty Music and Entertainment channel, welcome. Salutations, greetings. This channel right here is where I give game to men. I share stories. I have other men share stories, and also we're gonna be talking with women. This is not an anti-women channel. This is not a red pill channel. This is not a quote-unquote alpha male channel. This is just a channel by a 31-year-old man who has a lot of experiences with women, who has a lot of women in his family who he's had a lot of conversations with. You're gonna find out who some of these women are. I have a lot of good relationships with pretty much any woman I've ever dealt with who is not one of my baby mothers. You know, a baby mother gotta be a hating bitch. They gotta be a top op. They want themselves to be that for some reason. You know what I'm saying? But this is a channel where we're going to be talking a lot about love, relationships, dealing with women. We also going to hold ourselves tremendously accountable on this channel. I'm going to hold myself accountable. Yes, we're going to have fun. We're going to talk our shit. I'm going to show my womanizer side here and there. But at the end of the day, the whole point of this channel is to share stories, experiences, and at the end of the day, through transparency, we trying to figure out where we went wrong at. We trying to understand the opposite sex. We trying to have the opposite sex understand us. We trying to have people from all walks of life understand each other on this channel. It's gonna be some shenanigans on here. It's gonna be some real talk on here. You gonna laugh. You might cry. You're gonna get mad. You might hate me. You might want to cancel me. All I ask is that as this channel is growing, if you're somebody who intends on watching this channel, just give me the opportunity to grow. You know, I'm not perfect. I come from a ratchet background. I was raised by a considerable amount of ratchet people. I have a ratchet way of thinking. I have a toxic way of thinking, hence the name Everyone is Toxic podcast, right? These are gonna be some of my solo videos where they're gonna be a little bit more serious than the other videos. Of course, let me let you know what you're in for coming into this channel. You're gonna have me talking to a bunch of different people. Most of the time it's gonna be women. I have games for them. There's gonna be laughs. We gonna give the women some game. They gonna give us some game. They gonna help us understand them. We gonna help them understand men the right way. And we gonna have fun doing it. Sometimes it's gonna get serious. Sometimes I might yell at somebody. Sometimes I might get yelled at. I might have an argument. Whatever. Moving on to the main purpose of this video, right? As men, we are at a point now in history, especially in American society, where the women who we deal with are very, very, very important. We cannot just attach ourselves to any old woman anymore. And we have to think with this head, not this one, okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the number one reason why Tory Lanez is locked up right now in LA County Jail, about to go to prison, whole career is ruined for the rest of his life, even though he can still get money and travel and still be an international star, but he still don't have that stain on his record of shooting a black woman. The reason why Tory Lanez is in this situation, first we got to deal with accountability, all right? Tory Lanez has to hold himself accountable for choosing to deal with the wrong woman, especially in the most wrong circumstance that he could have ever chose to deal with this woman. In 2020, Megan Thee Stallion was just beginning to become very popular in the game. She hadn't won any awards yet. She had not have been nominated for any Grammys, any BET Awards, Billboard Awards, American Music Awards, none of that. Tory Lanez was somebody who had a lot of respect in the game, especially with his pen, was just beginning to truly have respect for his rapping ability. He leaves a major label. He goes independent at the height of his career. He starts Quarantine Radio during the height of the pandemic or plandemic, depending on who you're talking to. At one point during the pandemic, he became the hottest nigga in the game. And talks of doing $10 million deals for Quarantine Radio and doing all these discussions for endorsement deals. And he had just made it to number 2 on the Billboard charts with the Jack Harlow, with the Jack Harlow remix to the song What's Poppin'. He lit. And you know what this nigga does? This nigga chooses to get cool with Megan Thee Stallion and fuck with the friend first. He got his friend. He got the friend. He's smashing, blowing up buns off all stupid. What Tory Lanez does is, when Kelsey gets sick, Kelsey goes home to recuperate, nigga starts fucking Megan Thee Stallion. And mind you, I can almost tell you exactly how it probably went down, right? Megan Thee Stallion is the type of woman who's twerking all day, every day. It's quarantine. Tory Lanez and his team, probably in whatever hotel suite, whatever mansion, whatever Airbnb, wherever they at, they with Megan Thee Stallion's crew. He messing with Kelsey, but at the same time, there's a bunch of fine-ass women, including Megan Thee Stallion, walking around, booty shorts, thong bikinis, walking around. He looking. In the back of his mind, any man is thinking, Kelsey not even the famous one. Meg Thee Stallion the famous one. I got Kelsey, but hell yeah, I'll fuck Meg, right? So what happens is, I'm sure Kelsey went back to Houston, and Tory may or may not have already been splagadagging that, wearing it out way before that situation even took place, right? Before Kelsey even left because of Bovid. I'm saying Bovid not because I'm blood, but because I don't know if I say the word with a C, if that might trigger something on YouTube algorithm. I don't fucking know. But I'm sure they was in LA together. Kelsey is in Houston recuperating, and they just hanging out, getting drunk. Meg shaking up big, fat, soft, juicy ass all over the place. And I'm sure he waited till he got real drunk and she was drunk too. And he probably just touched it while she was shaking her shit. Touching it. Boo-hoo-tee, boo-hoo-tee, right? And she probably just did not say nothing. And before you know it, a hand could go upside down and start touching on a pussy real fast. And then that's probably how it went down, you know what I'm saying? And then it probably just kept going. And they probably say, yo, listen, this shit ain't about nothing. We just gonna be fucking Meg. Like, yeah, I got a couple other situations, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. Tory Lanez was clout chasing. That's why he got caught up with Megan Thee Stallion. Tory Lanez was thinking with the dick downstairs, with the head downstairs and not the head upstairs. And he got caught slipping, man. So now, they in a full-fledged friends with benefits type of situation. The reports is already out. She was escaping from her people, taking private flights to go see Tory Lanez and all that other shit. Tory Lanez also alluded to this on the Daystar album. And they had a situation. And we all know, well, at least men know, that we could fuck 1 million women and not get attached. For real, not get attached to not even one. Or we could be in love with one woman, fuck 1 million women, and still only be attached to that one woman. But women, if you hit a woman, if a woman gives you her body more than once or twice, she already feeling you OD. She let you hit twice, she like you a lot. Or it was a fluke, and she want to see if you can redeem yourself. But by the time you get to 3 fucks, she already on your body, hard body, she on you. Why? Because women's heart are attached to the pussy. To the pussy. It is what it is. The woman's heart is attached to the pussy. The man's ego, his mind is attached to his dick. That's just what it is. Niggas know. Women think we're like them and we supposed to get attached and only want to be with them. Bullshit, malarkey, hogwash. But because Tory Lanez was clout chasing, he ends up in a famous white woman's house, feeling himself as every nigga would. This is quarantine radio. I'm single. I got my masters. I'm already known in the game. Technically, at that point in 2020, if Tory Lanez would have died, he'd have been known as a legend with a highly respected pen. So he could have been feeling himself like, if I die right now, I'm a legend. I'm lit. I'm Tory Lanez. I'm Tory Lanez. I'm the hottest nigga in the game. And he goes, he get drunk. He feeling himself in this motherfucking Kylie Jenner party. And of all the reports that come out, clearly, Meg Thee Stallion was feeling some type of way. Some reports say she was kissing the nigga. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Some reports say while Tory Lanez was macking on Kylie Jenner, Meg pulled up, kissed the nigga or something like that. But that's all speculation. But what was said in court was Kelsey and Meg left the party. Meg says, I left my slipper at the party. We have to go back. Tory was still at the party. Meg goes to find her slipper or whatever, brings Tory back out of the party. Tory Lanez fucked up. This is one of the rare occasions where a white woman would have saved a black man's life. If Kylie Jenner didn't make Tory Lanez leave like she made Meg leave for being a belligerent drunk bitch, right? Mind you, though I'm shaming her for being a belligerent drunk bitch, she still was harmed. Even if people feel like Tory didn't do nothing, they feel like Kelsey did it, or if you feel like Kelsey and Tory did it together, she still was harmed. She still was harmed. Somebody had to answer for that. But my point is that black men, or man, period, when bad shit happens, the closest man to the situation will always have majority of the blame. Tory Lanez gets into a vehicle with two friends who he know he's been fucking back to back. And then he exposed it in the middle of these two women having weird energy already. Drama ensues. Megan's up getting shot in the foot. Tory Lanez's life has been over or permanently damaged ever since. All because he was thinking with the head downstairs and not the head upstairs. Men, especially black men, but men in general, we have to do better. We have to fucking do better. It's so important that starting off the new year, all of these women, you know what? I'm just gonna get into my list. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of examples of men whose lives were permanently changed for the worse from dealing with the wrong women in the wrong way. And I'm also first gonna give you the list of the top 6 kinds of women who will ruin your fucking life. And you should stay away from these bitches. As a man, I'm gonna say, hey, you might want to fuck the bitch and then get rid of her. But it's risky. So if you really got options, if you really can say no, say no. And when it comes to women, a man should always be able to say no before he can say yes. And I know I'm not the perfect example of that, but I know one thing. Besides the situation that I've been in with my baby mothers, I've never allowed women to really get me into a vulnerable, fucked up position. But without further ado, we gonna get to it right now, right? The first kind of woman, a woman who uses the word patriarchy. Any bitch who likes to use the word patriarchy to describe her issues with men is a woman who you shouldn't even fuck her. You should just stay away from the bitch. Why? Because she's so filled up with consumerism bullshit, feminism bullshit. She has been brainwashed to think that men are really the enemy. And she really feels like a giant victim of men. And therefore she hates men. She views every man as the enemy and opponent. But at the same time wants to have dealings with men. Wants to use men for their resources, for their labor, for their attention, for their time, for their money. Use men for dates, this, that, and the third. These are the women that you gotta avoid, man. By the way, you see the hat? Yeah, merchandise, the Corby hat, get you one. Fly niggas only. Your bum ass nigga don't ask for no hat. It's not gonna help you. But anyway, number 2, the type of women that will ruin your life, all right? Trans women, if you cross them. And I'm just speaking off of what I see on the internet. I don't personally know any trans women. I don't have nothing personal against any trans women at all. Your right to identify as whatever you want to identify as, that's on you. That's your own sexual identity. That's on you. When I say that trans women will ruin your life, though, and you should avoid them, you should not cross them, it's as simple as this, right? Right? Me, I'm a straight man. But I'm very well aware that there are men who like to deal with women and trans women. Right? If you're a man who likes to deal with women and trans women, hey, listen, welcome to the show. I ain't gonna hold nothing personal against you. But if you're not open about it, and you think you're gonna sleep and run game and treat these trans women like they're pieces of meat just for you to stick your dick in. In 2023 and beyond, you have the game fucked up, okay? You treat them bad, they will make you go viral. You will be exposed. So if you one of these niggas in the streets trying to be a gangster, or you somebody who you super uber masculine, and you will lose your livelihood or your respect amongst your peers, your children, your family, if they found out that you slept with trans women, avoid these women. Or show some fucking decorum when you're dealing with them. Treat them with respect. Treat them with respect. Don't violate. Don't violate, or I don't know, if you're getting money or something, have them sign an NDA. I don't know, man. I don't deal with trans women. So this is a whole list of potential fucked up situations that won't ever have an opportunity to affect me. But moving on to number 3, right? The type of women that will ruin your fucking life. 95% of women who come from the hood. The reason why is because strong men who will not take no shit from a woman, these are the type of men who are gonna have the biggest problem with 95% of women that come from the hood. Because unfortunately, there's way less fathers around. Way less dads, way less father figures. And then out of the men that are left, some are gay, some are always in jail, some are dead. The rest are simps, suckers, 40-year-old niggas who never really left the hood, except for when they went to jail. It's hard for women to respect men at all when that's the only type of men who they've seen their whole life. And they come from poverty. And they're always in survival mode. A woman who's always in survival mode, even though she make it look good, mentally and spiritually, she's always in a state of survival and she's stressed because of it. Women who are stressed are impossible to get along with. Women who come from nothing, a lot of times, are the hardest kinds of women to get involved with. You can't tell a bitch nothing. You can't tell her nothing. If she ain't never had a man in her life to show her the way a man is supposed to treat a man and the way a woman is supposed to move around men, she's gonna ruin your life. And how she's gonna ruin your life is that these bitches is too aggressive. Mind you, I'm somebody who deals with this all the time. My baby mothers. And this is before I came across all the game. And I had to learn all this game through trial and error and through better men than me on the internet. Because like I said earlier, where you come from, it's not a lot of positive male role models that can show you how a man is supposed to be, that can show you the smartest way to deal with women. Usually an older guy in the hood is just gonna say, fuck bitches. Fuck all the bitches you need to fuck. It's cool to have a bunch of baby mamas. There's not one nigga in the hood who's gonna tell you with a straight face who's grown. Be like, yo, listen, man, stay with one woman, treat her right, marry, leave the hood. And the women who come from these type of environments, they're very aggressive. So when I say aggressive, I mean like this. She'll slap you, and then you'll slap her back. You hit a little bit harder than her. You might leave a little mark on her face. Her eye might swell up a little bit. Next thing you know, you going to jail for the night for domestic violence. And if you tell them she hit you first, the cops may or may not take her. May or may not take her, but at the end of the day, you're the man. Therefore, you're blamed. And I know niggas will be watching this and they're gonna be like, yo, that's not fair, yo. That's not fair, that's not fair. Guess what, man? We get the piss standing up. We get the piss standing up. We get to make all the laws. We have we have technically more power than women, regardless of any situation, because we're men and we can physically overpower them. That type of power comes with responsibility. Therefore, we have to blame ourselves for the type of women we dealing with and the type of situations that we allow ourselves to get into dealing with these bitches. Trust me, I'm a nigga who just figured this out a couple years ago. Trust me, man. But though 95% of women who come from the hood, they're too aggressive. And eventually you'll end up beating her ass and then you'll go to jail. You'll go to jail. And if she the type of woman who won't call the police, now you gotta worry about her telling her bum ass father or her brother or some nigga who she know likes her and throw his fucking life away trying to do something to you over the bitch. Or you gotta kill somebody close to her, like her brother or something. You know what I'm saying? Because he know his baby mother is a fucking idiot, a fucking moron who can't keep her hands to herself and he puts her hands on men. But he gonna feel like, oh, as a brother, I gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of shit we gotta deal with. And next, the fourth kind of woman that'll ruin your fucking life. Women with aspirations to be famous. Depending on what kind of clout she into, depending on her brand, okay? This directly correlates to the Tory Lanez situation. Let's say, right? Let's say Tory Lanez. Did not do nothing at all to Meg. Let's say Tory definitely did not shoot Meg, right? If Tory did not shoot Meg, the story comes out just like it came out. And assuming Tory didn't shoot Meg, Meg's management is Roc Nation. She's signed to a major label as well, right? She's a woman who got into some real messy shit. And before the messy shit come out, her people is gonna tell her, is there anything you could do to make it seem like you're a victim of Tory Lanez? Even if she knew Kelsey shot her. If she knew Kelsey shot her and she blames it on Kelsey and Tory Lanez walks away scot-free, there's no angle for Meg to take where it will make her look like a victim. Because then if Kelsey shoots her, it's, why did Kelsey shoot you? Oh, Kelsey shot you because you was fucking Tory Lanez, who was her nigga, and you also fucked 2-3 other famous niggas who she had first. Meg's career, over with. The women not gonna jack her. The women not gonna rep for her. But being that somehow, some way, she had a reason to blame Tory for it. Now Tory got to deal with that. Tory got to eat that up, man. For fucking the wrong bitches. For going for what's convenient and easy and not having the right kind of player principles, man. Like, you could fuck a woman and then fuck her friend, but you can't make it hot by going to public gatherings with them and flirting with better looking and more rich and famous women than them in front of them. You know these bitches gonna get in their feelings. And I understand that as a man, it's fun to get a bitch in her feelings, have her jealous. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like women, like you do that to women, like women get turned on by jealousy. Women get turned on by jealousy. Women get turned on by competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, right? So, I remember I was geeked up on Molly one night, right? And I tried to fuck my baby mother friend, right? This Spanish joint with a fat ass or whatever, right? The friend ends up blocking me. Before she told, because she did tell my baby mother what happened, because she's a loyal friend. I get a bitch credit for that. I was hoping she wasn't, right? But before she told my baby mother, I told my baby mother first. I told her, like, yo, listen, I tried to fuck your friend. I'm a bad person, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't even fuck with me. I wanted to hurt her. You know what I'm saying? She hurt me in certain ways. I wanted to hurt her, but I always wanted to fuck her friend anyway, who I knew before my baby mother. Anyway, right? So I was hoping to grand slam that anyway, and I wouldn't even said nothing about it. You feel me? Because I don't want it to keep fucking. Because my baby mother definitely was fighting any bitch over me at that time. You know what I'm saying? But I tell my baby mother, like, yo, I'm a bad man. Don't even fuck with me. I'll try to fuck your friend. You know what I'm saying? You sure won't fuck with a nigga like me. Go fuck with a nigga who treats you better than me, right? And when you tell bitches that, they refuse to listen. So I tell my baby mother that shit, oh, you tried to fuck my friend, this, that, and the third. I'm like, yeah. Somehow, some way, she like, listen, I want to see you later. We have to talk. I'm like, all right, cool. So the bitch finally gonna leave me alone. It's one of those situations where, you know, you dealing with somebody and at that time, it's like, I wanted to force her out, because when I willingly left, I fuck around and found myself going back. I was thinking she was gonna come to the crib, we was gonna argue a little bit, and then the bitch was finally gonna leave herself from my life. Cause it was just me leaving her a bunch of times. Like, she never left me. She comes to the house, she questions me about the situation. And then she asks me if I wanted to fuck. I'm like, yeah. And we end up having one of the wildest, most passionate, fun sex nights we ever had. And from that moment on, I knew that jealousy, competition, it motivates women to really turn up, right? But it's messy. It's messy though, you know what I'm saying? But moving on to the next one, right? Number 5. Women who don't make you wear a condom will ruin your fucking life, boy. Will ruin your fucking life, boy. Will ruin your life, boy. These are facts. And mind you, women who don't make you wear a condom, because I was gonna say women who don't like wearing condoms. No woman likes wearing condoms. Men don't like wearing condoms. God didn't make us to wear condoms. That's why we don't like it, right? But women who don't make you wear a condom. Mind you, I'm somebody who I've slept with over 100 women. You know how many women made me wear a condom? You know how many women made me wear a condom in my entire life? 5 to 10. 5 to 10. These bitches is easy out here. And I don't care. You might be like, oh, those the women you was fucking. Listen. Out of over 100 to 200, if I say only 5 to 10 made me wear a condom, you think every single one of those women is trash? You think every single one of those women is fat? I hit a couple fatties. Had fun with them too. But you think every single one of them women is ugly, fat, broke, busted and disgusted? If that's what you think, you're fucking lying to yourself. Any player who really dealt with a lot of women, you know, most women, you get them turned up, do a little bit of foreplay, you pull your dick out, you put it in their face, they sucking it. You on top of her, you pull the dick out your drawers, you put it in, she not saying nothing. She not saying nothing. Oh, you about to pull out. These the other type of bitches. You about to pull out. And she say, go get a condom. You could be bold and say, I don't have one. And you could be bold and say, we can stop if you want. You know what that bitch gonna say? Just don't come in me. Just don't come in me. Don't get me pregnant. These bitches, right? These hoes, they more worried about getting pregnant and having to get an abortion than getting an STD. These are the facts. These are the facts. You know what I'm saying? Women who don't make men wear condoms will ruin your life as easy as this. You could get something that the doctor can't kill. I'm somebody who, I used to fuck a lot of miscellaneous women when I first came home from prison, the beginning of the 2010s, right? I got burnt. I got chlamydia twice, right? I haven't gotten burned or anything in 10 years straight, decade, right? That's because I started choosing wisely, right? But you could get something that the doctor can't cure, my brother. Not only that, you get the wrong woman pregnant. Trust me, no man learns dick discipline more than a nigga who had pregnancy scares and really was worried about he got the wrong bitch pregnant. No, like, that's how those kind of women can ruin your life, right? And the last one, women who you embarrass on social media will ruin your life for revenge. And they can ruin your life if you cannot predict their next move. Okay. You disrespect a woman online, don't let this be a woman who knows anything incriminating about you that you haven't already told the world about, or that you're worried about the world finding out about. Don't do it. If you gave the bitch herpes and you embarrassed her online, and then you popping out with new bitches, guess what? It's being exposed. It's being exposed. If you got a little dick and you disrespect her online, your dick pic is going up. You a little dick nigga, I don't even know why you're taking dick pics, but your dick pic is going up. You know what I'm saying? You mishandle that woman in any kind of way, she will ruin your life, okay? If you ever put your hands on a blacked her eye, busted her lip, anything like that, and she kept it quiet, best believe the bitch got pictures. Any woman you ever put your hands on and she had a cell phone, them pictures is in the iCloud storage somewhere. And she using it for collateral. These are the facts. These women will ruin your motherfucking life. These are the top 6 women to avoid at almost all costs. If you want to be a wild boy and you want to fuck one of these women, do what you gotta do, man. Go ahead and get your dick wet. Maybe you in a dry spell, get your dick wet. But don't fuck without a condom. Don't fuck without a condom. Keep it short. Keep it short, man. And the more she cares about you when you hurt her, the worse she's capable of doing to you. Trust me, I know. I have a lot of baby mother stories that niggas is gonna get to know on this channel, right? And now I wanna explain to y'all, right? I wanna take this last final segment of this video, right? And I'm gonna explain the examples of the men whose lives were ruined or altered badly. The trajectory was affected negatively by fucking the wrong bitches and dealing with them the wrong way, or cheating on them, or just being associated to the wrong women, all right? Examples. Ghost from Power. Ghost from Power. We all know Ghost. Made it out the streets, kind of, or was about to make it out the streets. Had a wife, kids, everything, right? Right. Runs into Angela, who was the love of his life. We've all been there. Love of his life. Cheats on his motherfucking wife. Leaves his house. Devastates his kids. Sent his son Tariq on a way negative trajectory than what he planned for him. And it would not have went that way, right? If he did not cheat on his wife / cheat on his family and then leave his family for Angela instead of leaving Tasha first. Realistically, if we talking about the fact where she could have potentially put him in jail or something like that, he had enough on her to where she wouldn't be able to do none of that because she'd be considered an accomplice for everything. Also, if he would have just left her first, she would have the knowledge to know that if he goes to jail, the money well dries up. She didn't want to work. All the nigga had to do, right? Even if he would have cheated, still, right? Which is what the average nigga gonna do. Cause nigga gonna be like, I can't wait. I can't let this moment go by, right? Even if he was gonna fuck the bitch, he could have kept it low, fucked her a couple times, got the divorce, wait 6 months, now step out with your new bitch. Now step out, you know what I'm saying? This is the mistake that a lot of niggas make. I've made that same mistake. You're dealing with one girl, you like another girl more. Maybe you're on the polygamous tip where you like one more than the other one, but you got to establish a relationship with the one you like a little less. You still want to keep it in your life. You know what I'm saying? We all been there, and we just cheat and allow it all to crumble, right? Ghost ended up getting murdered by his son 5 seasons later just because he was thinking with the head downstairs and not the fucking head upstairs, bro. That's exactly what happened, man. Next example. Blueface, right? Women are always going to look at Blueface a certain way, and they're always going to blame however Chrisean Rock ends up after Blueface is done with her. They're going to blame Blueface for it. And you know what's crazy? Chrisean Rock, I feel like, is the same bitch she would have been without him. She had access to a famous nigga. She had access to cameras and social media love and all of that. It just made her who she really was deep down. People be posting pictures of how she looked now and how she used to look. First of all, she was still nothing but a pretty hood rat from the streets of Baltimore who had a broken relationship with her father. Blueface ain't do nothing but put her in a situation to where she could be who she really was deep down. Cause you see the bitch, she was slimmer in the future, she had no tattoos, and she had a fucking cheerleader suit on. That means she had a chance. Have you listened to her music? Trash. Next, right? Mekhi Phifer's character in Carmen. I'm showing my age here, before my 90s babies. Y'all remember Carmen, the movie starring the Hood musical with Beyonce and Mekhi Phifer. We all remember that. What Mekhi Phifer was, he was a man. He might have been a cop. I think he was a cop. He had a good job, well respected. What'd he do? Fall in love with a harlot who wanted to be famous. He fell in love with the bitch, chasing the bitch around everywhere. The bitch gets tired of the nigga, try to breeze or whatever. He chasing behind the bitch. She end up getting killed. He end up going down for killing her. A way less extreme version of exactly what happened to Tory Lanez. He fell for the wrong bitch. Bitch was trying to be famous. Remember what I said in the list in the last segment? Life ruined. Next, the great man, Samson, or is it Samson, from the Bible. The nigga with the long ass hair, right? How that story goes, right? He had multiple women. He had this one woman, I guess she wanted to know the source of his strength, and she was getting on the nigga nerves, nagging him over and over again. What's the source of your strength? What's the source of your strength? He ends up saying, damn, bitch. If I tell you, you gonna stop nagging me? She like, sure. He said, it's my hair. What happens? Cuts the nigga hair off. Nigga life totally ruined. Since the Bible, it's been stories of niggas being fucked over by the wrong bitches. And if you even go further than that, the first man ever made was fucked over by his bitch. Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve, right? I'm just saying. As men, we don't pay attention to this shit because we be wanting to fuck all the time and we don't be thinking we think with the right mind all day until a piece of pussy is around. We gotta do better than that, yo. But the next situation, Kobe Bryant. Kobe died a legend. He redeemed himself, right? But still, all in all, you had Gayle bringing up the fact that he got put in a bind over the situation with the fucking white bitch who blamed him for taking advantage of her. Come to find out he did not. But guess what though? The man had to go to trial. The man had to be embarrassed in front of his wife, in front of his 1 or 2 kids that he had at the time. Like, he lost endorsement deals, all type of shit. Fucking with the wrong bitch. Putting his dick in the wrong bitch.